Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Wristwatch Wednesday, and as promised I have my Casio Wave Scepter 4756 movement in here. I am going to attempt to set the time on this. Now this one can be a little complex, but there's a couple things you need to know to get started, and that is the button layout. A button, B button, C button. Again, A button would be the top left, B button, the little recess button there, and C button. So while we're in timekeeping mode, normally we'll have the date here, but since we just changed the battery, we have what time zone it's in, and that's PT for Pacific time. We want to set that, so let's hold this in for about 5 seconds. 1/1000. Now we're in timekeeping mode. See how it changed to 1? Now let's hold that into 5 seconds. This B button, 5 seconds. 1/1000, 2/1000, 3/1000, 4/1000, 5/1000, 6/1000. Okay, now we got a flashing. Now we want to set our time zone. We're going to press our, now we're going to set our time zone. We press our A button to cycle through the time zones. That's Mountain Time, Central Time. I want Eastern Time, so we select Eastern Time. And then we go ahead and set our B button to leave that set. And now our watch is going to spin and change its time zone to what time it thinks it is right now. And this could go on for a while, so we'll pause here. And we'll get back to it when this is done spinning. Okay guys, we have stopped spinning. We're going to go ahead and press our B button and see if we can get this back into timekeeping mode. So there's our timekeeping mode. Okay guys, I think I got this figured out finally. We're in timekeeping mode. We need to get this into a manual receive. So we're going to flip over here to where this says AC and it says no signal. And then we're going to push our B button in, and then our hand stop, and we got AO. Now let's take it to a window, and it says our signal is A1, so it's pretty weak, and our hands have stopped, so I know I'm in manual receive mode, but my signal's still pretty weak. Let's take this outdoors, put it on our patio table. Okay guys, we had a failure to receive. See those two dashes? That means it did not receive from a signal. So we're going to go through that process one more time. I'm going to put this camera down and go through it one more time, just like we did inside, except I'm going to leave it outside. Okay, I have this flashing. We have an A1, which means a weak signal. We're going to set our 12 o'clock this way. Sorry, I was out of view there. But you can see my hand stop. I have it back in receive mode. We're going to try this one more time. If this doesn't work, we're going to move around to the other side of the house and give it a shot. All right, guys, double failure. See the dashes? We did not pick up a signal. Our second hand's moving again. So we're going to try another spot. If that other spot doesn't work, we're going to wait till nighttime, try it again. All right, guys, it looks like we got a better signal on this side of the house. So I'm going to find a place to sit this down for the next 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll see if we pick up. By the way, you can see the luminous of the hands as I walk through the sun to get around here. Pretty cool, huh? All right, this looks like a good spot. We got strong signal. A3, back to A2, kind of in between. We had that on the other side too there for a bit though. Let's leave that on and see what happens. All right, it just beeped and failed to receive again. All right, guys, we're just gonna have to try this tonight. I don't think anything is gonna make this pick up. All right, guys, since we keep failing to receive time, and like it said, it works better at night than it does out in the sun, so we'll try that again at night. But real quick, I thought, why don't we get this mode over to the zeroing position and see where we're at? So we're in this H5, that means hand zeroing. Let's just make sure, let's hold the B in until this beeps, and then it'll spin and go to 0. At least that's what I think it's supposed to be. Now we can, okay, so we're at 0, so now let's use A, and hold A in, and we're going to get everything back to like straight up noon. So this is going to take a while. Maybe that's our problem. Maybe we did receive once and our hands were screwed up. So this, anyway, this is how you zero the hands. Hold your A in, and you hold it in for a long press like this, and it'll just keep going. You can do short presses to go individual. So we're going to long press this, and I'll come back, in quite a while when we're at the noon spot. Okay, guys, we are coming up to the noon/midnight spot, so I'm going to let you see here at the end. I had to put a plastic screwdriver up there to hold it in. Man, that was making an indent in my thumb and taking a while. So we're going to try our best not to go past it, because that would be very unfortunate. So now let's spin a little more. And then I think we're going to do it this way, the slow way, when we get to the end. And that's just pushing in the A button till we get zeroed out. Our minute hand is almost there. I'm going to say we got to go one more to get our minute hand around to 0. And then when our second hand gets up to the 12, we will be hands zeroed. Bam, we're there, finally. Let's go ahead and press our B button before we mess something up. Now, it's trying to spin and pick up a time. So let's let that go, see what happens. Alright guys, hands have zeroed. Time has been set, at least wanted to be set according to what it thinks it is, and we're ticking again, but time is nowhere near right, so again we're going to take it back out a little later in the evening. We're going to leave it with a 12 o'clock pointing out, so hopefully it gets a little better reception here in the middle of the night. Fingers crossed. Well guys, it is very early in the morning and it looks like something's happening. I can't quite see. I'm going to need some light on this, but it's definitely trying to sync. I just threw some light on it off camera. It is above 0 on the signal. So we'll wait till this finishes, wait till we get a little more daylight and check out and see what happened. Looky there guys, finally picked it up on an auto update overnight. It came out here a couple hours ago, just got off the treadmill, and it was spinning as I showed you when it was still dark out. So finally got it to pick up on the auto update. Like I said, that's on by default. All my manual attempts failed. So if you're going to try a manual attempt on this, do it at night. It seems to work better. All right, guys, I got to confess, I got the manual receive to work off camera, but for some reason, I could not get that thing to work on camera. It was super frustrating, but I'm glad the auto receive finally worked. And I think it is best, it says in the manual, to do this at nighttime. I think the sun basically drowns out the radio signal somehow. I don't know, some scientific guy will comment down below and straighten us all out on that one. But it is a complex watch. It's a complex watch. I see why I get so many questions on how to set time. The best bet is to try to let it do the auto receive, put it 12 o'clock facing out the window, just like I did there, and let it go overnight and see if it picks up that auto receive. And if not, you can try the manual receive. And also, an additional video coming, there is a way to manually set the time on this watch. I haven't messed with that yet, but I'm going to figure that out, and I'll do one more video on this watch and put that out there. So let me just run through the order real quick on the best way to do this after this video has kind of been all over the place, me trying to figure this out. Number 1, zero your hands. Zero your hands every time you change your battery. Anytime something changes on this thing, just zero the hands. You'll be much better off. Number 2, set your time zone. That's really important, especially with a radio atomic watch. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, daylight savings automatically enabled in here. You have to go in and disable that if you don't want that. And number 3, put it in your window in the overnight hours with a 12 o'clock facing out towards the window, and it'll pick up your auto update. If it doesn't pick up the auto update, wait until night and try your manual update procedure that we showed in this video. Anyway, that's the quick way to do it. Leave questions below. Give me other ideas to make a video on this watch. I love this watch. It's an amazing watch, so cool. I'll also put a link in the description to the current one for sale on Amazon, as I always do. If you click that, buy this watch, support this channel, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will see you guys next time.